no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby.
Alright guys, this is Victor once more, and I am back with something great for you guys. And today's tutorial we are going to be mixing, and we are going to be mixing some amazing vocals. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I drop amazing stuff at least twice in a week, and we basically interact. So guys, I'll be like letting you guys know of some things, but first of all, let's take a look at the work that we have on ground today that we are going to mix. So we have mix here, we have some vocals here already arranged, and this is already mixed. So I'm going to be playing it for you guys in a mix form first, then we are going to be taking off the plugins and listening to it raw. Then we can see how we mix this with a stock plugin. Every plugin here is not all that free, but all the stock, but we can still we still use a very basic stock plugins that you can still use to enhance your mix. So let's take a look at how it sound mix and see.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. I won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did eye from me. Bad things, she want bad things, that thing you they give me, I like it. Slow down, bad things, that things, I like it, yeah. I like it, slow down.
Girl, you do me bad things, like how you ride it. Jump on me, honey. You see this money, it's all for you. Nobody but you. I know if he hate you, I know if he hate you till I die. I know if he hate you till I die. You do me bad things, and I dey like it. Keep on riding. No.
So guys, if you're interested in the master process of this mix, you can drop a comment below this video so that I will know, so that I can prepare for a video concerning the mastering for you. So guys, before we go into this mixing, I want to tell you guys that I have a Facebook page whereby I post a lot of stuff there also, and there's some kind of things I don't post on YouTube. So I'll be dropping the link to my Facebook page, so you guys follow me up there where I post. You can see amazing things also, and also on my WhatsApp also I have a WhatsApp channel also where you can join me there. Also I do also post some kind of free plugin and also some preset there for my YouTube subscribers. So I'll be dropping the link also, so if you're interested, you check the YouTube the description box. You see a lot of things I will be posting there this time around. So let's get down on this now. So I'll be taking out all the whole plugins on this, and let's listen to it in the very raw form. So let me be taking them off after the other. So I'll be taking off my delay, okay, and also a delay again. Now we are left with only our lead vocal. So now let's listen to it in the raw form.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine down. I just want the look, baby. I won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did eye from me. Bad things, she want bad things, that thing you they give me, I like it. Slow down, bad things, that things, I like it, yeah. I like it, slow down.
So now we have our raw vocals. As you can see, that is how it was recorded. So when I first what I first did with the vocal was to add a plosive plugin to it to remove some kind of plosive on it, which is this is the plosive plugins. So I'll also be dropping this plugin for free on my WhatsApp channel also, so you can go get it there also. So now this is the plosive plugins. What I basically use these plosive plugins to do, I use it to remove some plosive on my mix. There are some times whereby when you record, the artist record maybe without a pop filter, or even though it pop filter, sometimes there are some plosive that escape it and go into it, some kind of sound like all this kind of, understand, that is what we call the plosive. So I use this to remove it. So I just put this on, I didn't touch any setting on this, I just left it on the default. That's all I did. So I went to our basic form, which is our auto tune. So I got the key to my mix. This is my mix, this is my auto tune. So I got the key, which is the F flat, I think this is F minor. So I have to set my auto tune, set my input type to auto tenor, and also set up my return speed to about 3. I tuned down, so I have to set my humanizing to about 7, and that was all I did concerning the auto tune. I believe everybody know much about auto tune, so that was all I did concerning auto tune. So now let's take a listen to how it sound with the auto tune plugs.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace, so lately.
So the next plug I added here was my EQ. So I use this EQ to shape the sound of my mix, to give it the kind of sound I wanted it to sound. So I am not going to be tampering with this EQ because I might not get it the way I wanted it to be, and I don't want to stress myself because it took me some time to get this on. So but I'm going to like explain through it to see how it works. So I took out my my low aspect to about so I just cut it off to about 1 point, to about 163 hertz. This is it, like this sound.
Drama.
So now what I'm going to be doing now is that, so I just took that up. So I have some kind of sound here I don't really like, which is sounding this way. I have to cut it down. Let's see.
Drama.
So that sound was too much hot. I mean that sound, let me say I'm muting my backup vocals so that we know what we are doing. So let me mute this. Okay, just mute that already. Now let's say that, okay, I'm coming. We're going back to the EQ aspect. Now let's say that we have this kind of sound in it. Definitely it's not going to be fitting into our kind of vocals because I think this is an Afro pop, and in Afro pop I don't need too much of this bassy aspect, so I cut a little. It's needed but it's not too much of it, so I cut a little out of it. That was what I did here. So I came to this aspect also, and I did this. I took this off. Sorry, I took this off. So so that was very annoying, so I took it off, and then we come to this aspect also. I have to dog this down also. So now I'm pointing out the kind of sound I'm taking off that is going to be very annoying. So if I don't take this out, the more I keep adding plugin, the more it keep popping up, and the more it makes my mix sound so harsh and not clean. So that is the reason why I'm doing this. So I basically take all this out. So I know you might be wondering, what is this? Why are you doing this to the EQ? Why are you cutting the high aspect? The high aspect is needed. Yes, the high aspect is definitely needed, but I definitely know what I am trying to achieve on this kind of mix I am doing. So having an high end, because I want my vocals to be very powerful and stand on this beat. That was what I was doing. So I have to cut down the high. in other phone we are going to be adding high to it, but in this part I just want to treat my vocals with the EQ. So I cut this off and get this off. Let's get this off. You see, so you can see there was nothing even sounding at that present, so I just took that off to like create some kind of room for my vocals to sit properly. So that was what I did with my EQ, and everything sounds this way.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did eye from me. Bad things, she want bad things, that thing you they give me, I like it. Slow down, bad things, that things,
So that was what I did with my EQ, and that is how it sounds with my EQ. Now let's get down to another plugin that I added, which I added a Proji. I believe everybody know what Proji plugins is all about, and then Proji basically it's used to remove some background noises. So let's take a listen to how it sounds.
I no get time for drama. She's a new.
So I'm going to be offing this plugin, and let's see.
I no get time for drama.
So if you are with your headset, you will notice that there are some kind of background noise on it. So when I turn it on, they will be gone. Let's see.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one.
So I do love these plugins a lot because it works so powerful and it just do magic on vocals. So it's just a fat filter Proji, and this is a gate plugin that remove some noisy background under our mix. So now let's see what I did. So I have to turn my threshold. I don't basically play with this too much. I just touched my threshold. I just turned my threshold to something reasonable, and then that's all I did. To any amount I play through and see.
I no get time for drama.
So when you take it all the way up, you see that you lose
No one,
your vocals.
Only your wine, wind down. I
Bring
just
it
want
down,
the
bring it
look,
down.
baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did.
So I put it at the edge of where I know that I'm comfortable with it, and that is what I do. So now let's take a look at see how it sounds with it.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so lately.
So the next plugin I added was my compressor, and this is a compressor from Fat Filter. So what I do with the compressor here is that I just have to select a preset. I don't used to play too much with this compressor. I just have to select a Pro G. This Pro Vocal over VPN. I select a preset, and when after selecting the preset, I have to come down to my sidechain here, open it down here, and then just sweep this all the way to about the mid-range of it here. I just bring it down to this place. So that was what I did with this, and it sounds this way.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did eye from me.
So if you follow this step, you discover that your mix will be having some kind of improvement on it. So let's take a look at the other plugin I have to add, which is another compressor. This compressor, I now play with it. So I do play around with this after adding that compressor now. So if you can see, I'm adding two compressors to this already, two compressors. So what I basically did with this compressor is to set my threshold, tune my threshold to about 21 minus 21 depending on the kind of vocals I'm mixing. So I'm tuning this to about minus 21 point minus 21.2 dB. then I have to set my attack to about 65.5 ms, which is my attack. Then my release is about 269 ms. Then my threshold here is about 2.0. That's how I do. Then I would like to gain a little of it, then leave my input type to be at hard. You can also copy this setting to add to your mix and see what outcomes it derives. So let's take a listen to how it sounds with this.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby.
Now let's see other plugins I add. So the reason why I added these plugins to it is that I discovered that my vocals was lacking some high end, so which I haven't added, and also my vocal is also having some kind of deep form that I don't like, also that doesn't suit into this mix. So now what I did here was that I have to select a preset, which I go and I select the vocal present because I am lacking present of my mix. So I select the vocal present and it started to sound this way.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, babe.
Now let me turn it off and see, listening to before.
I no get time for drama. She said,
So let me turn it on and listen to after.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman.
So after selecting this preset, I have to work on the high end, like bring it down a little, work on the high end and bring it down a little bit, and also bring the low aspect down a little bit. Let me take it up a little bit, and then it begins to sound this way.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that wine you did hide from me. Bad things, she want bad things. That.
Now the next thing I'm going to be adding is a fresh air plugin, which is a Slate Digital plugin. So I basically use this plugin to add some kind of present and sweetness to my vocals, and this is a very great plugin also, guys. So this, what I'm doing, I'm going to be tuning this, the high aspect of it, adding some kind of spark to it, which is I'm going to be turning this to about 9%. So let's listen to how it sound with it.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that wine you did hide from me, party.
So that was not what we wanted, so I have to like bring this down to about 9, add a little to it, which is about 9%. That was what I did concerning this, and let's take a listen.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so late.
So another plugin I added was a Saturn 2. This is a Saturn 2. This is a fat filter plugin. So I use this to saturate my vocals. So first of the things I do it was to go into a transformer, and I select the one transformer preset. So when I selected it, I have to set my drive to drive my drive to about 38.81. sometimes I don't go, sometimes I bring it down a little bit to about 20 something, but sometimes I have to add more of the saturation to it. So that's what I did concerning my saturation aspect. So now let's take a listen to what is there.
I no get time for drama. She said, you woman.
So what I basically did was the tuning side. I use this to tune my vocals and shape it. So I bring the mid-range about minus 1.0 dB. I bring this down a little bit. Let's listen to how it sounds with.
I no get time for drama.
So that sound was very harsh, so I decided to bring it down to about a minus dB, a minus 1 dB, and it sounds this way.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want it.
So let me take it off and see.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it.
Let me turn it on.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace.
So that was what I was adding to this mix. And that is how it sounds. So let's take a listen to it with the beat.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby.
Now I wanted to add, this mix is already sounding very very nice already, and I wanted to add one thing to it, which is another EQ to shape the tone of my vocals. So here is what I did. I added an EQ to it, and in the high aspect of this I have to boost the high aspect because my vocals is lacking present again. So I decided to add some kind of high end to it, and I boosted it to about 4.4 dB, and then I added some, I came to this place also. I have to dog this down to about minus 1.0 dB, and I came to this place. I just did a little, I just minus this a little, which is not even up to dB, 0.4 dB. I came to this mid range, and I have to bring down about minus 1.8 dB, and I came to this place. I did nothing here, and I came also to this place. I did nothing, and also with this place also I did nothing, just a 4 band of this place, and it sounds this way.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the look, baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did hide from me. Bad things, she want bad things. That thing you they give me.
Now we are actually through with the process of our vocals. So last things, and another thing I needed to do now is adding a delay and a reverb to our vocals, which is going to bring us to the end of the tutorial concerning these vocals. So let's see how we did that. So as you can see, I have to sidechain my lead vocals to my delay. So sidechaining my lead vocals to my delay, now I have to, like, you can see the connection at the bottom aspect here. So I'll be coming down with a tutorial that concerns sidechaining our vocals to our lead vocals, our delay to our lead vocals, our reverb to our lead vocals. So I'll be coming down with a tutorial that concerns that. So now let's see what we are going to be doing. Now after sidechaining this, I have a delay here, which I am going to be turning this off, and also turning this off. So I use a delay 2. This is a delay 2 from a stock. This is stock delay, stock plugin. I have to take down the dry aspect. Let's listen to it first.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one. Only your wind down. I just want it.
So this guy is sound after adding the delay, which I selected a step 4. No, I selected the step 3 on this one. So I selected it step 3 on this, as you can see. So after selecting that, I cut a little bit here, and then I bring down my dry all the way to 0. Now what I'm doing here is that I already set my delay, and I am okay with the way I set it already. Let's listen to it and see.
I no get for drama. She's a new woman. I get it, no one.
Now the second thing I have to add was a limiter. So I have to sidechain my limiter to my lead vocals here. So which I open up here, and I selected the lead vocal here. Which then what I did next was that I have to change this to compress. So set my loudness, and also set my news, and also set my ratio. As you can see, you can also copy the setting of my limiter also. So let's split.
I no get time for drama, and you woman. I get to know one, only your wind down, I just want
So what I was basically doing is that I was trying to like let my delay not to disturb my lead vocals. That was what I was trying to achieve on this. Now let's look at the next thing I decided to add, which is a reverb. This is an old school reverb. I love using this reverb very much. So I used the old school reverb. I took down the dry, and then I just took down the dry, selected a smooth reverb preset out of the preset aspect here. I selected the smooth reverb preset. So now this is the smooth reverb preset here. So after selecting that, I don't actually touch anything here again. I just close. Then I have to tune it down a little bit from this aspect.
I no get time for drama, and you woman.
So the last thing I did concerning the delay aspect was an EQ. I added an EQ which I take down the high aspect and the low aspect also. That was what I did concerning that. The next thing I did was to reduce the volume.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get to know one, only your wind down. I just want the look, baby. I won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did eye from me, bad things. She want bad things.
So you can see that the way our delay is sounding, and it's not actually clashing with our lead vocals, is trying to give it space and sounding at the bottom of our mix, which is very nice. So that was what I did concerning my first delay. Now let's talk about the second delay. This reverb I added another reverb to our mix, which is this reverb. So I do the same side chaining, which I add a Valhalla reverb to this. Let's listen to how the Valhalla reverb sound first.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get to know one, only your wind down.
Now let's take it all the way up and see.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get to know one, only your wind down. I just want the low.
So this is not what we want. I added the Valhalla reverb to it, which I selected a smooth split. And then set my pre-delay to about 156.25 ms, my decay to 2.63, and then my mix all the way to 100. That was what I did concerning that. Now what I did next was adding an EQ, just like the way I did in the delay aspect. Took down the high and the low, and that was what I did. So now let's play through and turn on our beat and see.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman.
So I'm going to be bringing the volume of the delay down now.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get to know one, only your wind down. I just want the look, baby. I won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did eye from me, bad things. She want bad things, that thing you they give me, I like it. Slow down, bad things, that things, I like it.
So that was what I did concerning that aspect. Now let's take a look at, I added another delay to this again. So I added 2 delay to this. I did the same method in adding this delay, and this time around I added a delay 3, which I was targeting the pink pan, the delay, which I selected it here, and then I turned down my dries all the way to 0. That was all I did there, and it was sounding this way.
I no get time for drama. She's a new woman. I get to know one.
So the reason why I'm using this pink pan, this thing, is that because I wanted my vocals to be very full and my delay to be very expand to my headset and also to my speakers. That was the reason why I added this delay 3 preset this thing. So I have it. I have to like okay use an EQ here also to EQ, which I called down. As you can see, I called down some high and some lows and some a little high, and also the mid range of the high. I have to take that. So that was all I did, and it was sounding this way.
I don't get time for drama.
So I'm going to be turning down the volume now.
I don't get time for drama. She said, you woman. I get it, no one. Only your wine, wind down. I just want the low key, baby. Won't find some peace so lately, baby. So give me that one you did eye from me. Bad things, she want bad things, that thing you they give me, I like it. Slow down, bad things, that things, I like it, yeah. I like it. Slow down.
Girl, you do me bad things, like how you ride it. Jump on me, honey. You see this money, it's all for you. Nobody but you. I know if he hate you, I know if he hate you till I die. I know if he hate you till I die. You do me bad things, and I dey like it. Keep on riding, no more fighting. No like that thing, I got this money. Baby girl, come get this money. Take off your
So that was all I did concerning these vocals. So if you like these vocals and you like the mixer, guys, you can copy this the method I use in mixing these vocals, and you can arrive at this at the end of this. So guys, thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing, and thanks for dropping your comment also. Thanks for everything. I appreciate.